Hello and welcome in Practice with MFACTS for RNL Vizag Management Trainee Exam, and this is part 11 of this video series. Before this we have already given 10 part of this video. We have completed the 10 part of video series. So if you did not watch those videos, go through our playlist of RNL Vizag Management Trainee playlist and watch those videos. That videos will be very beneficial for Vizag exam, for GATE exam, and for BARC exam also. Okay, so for if you are preparing for RINL, Vizag RINL, BARC, and GATE, so that will be very beneficial for question practice aspects. Okay, so do the practice from that playlist. The first question is for the tensile stress strain curve of a material shown in schematic, the resilience in megapascals. Okay, so they are asking about resilience for the for this diagram. Okay, so if you know what is the meaning of resilience, resilience is basically the measurement of area under the stress strain curve up to the elastic region. Okay, so this is the elastic region, and we have to measure the area under this curve. Okay, so this is the elastic region, and this is the value, this area will be the value of resilience. And if they will tell you the calculate the value of toughness, you have to take the whole area on stress strain diagram. Okay, so you have to take this area as well as for this area also, for elastic and plastic. Okay, so for this question we have to calculate only resilience. So we can say that resilience is equals to area under the stress strain curve till elastic region. Okay, so this is the triangle we will get from here. So the area of triangle is 1 by 2 base multiplied by height. So what is the base? That is 0.01, that is the strain value, and this is 360 value, that is the height of this triangle. Okay, so from here we will calculate value of the resilience, that will be 1.8 megapascals. Okay, so this is the correct answer, and we can have idea about this, the unit of this resilience, because this stress value is in MPa and there is no unit of this strain, so we can say this 1.8 MPa is the answer for this question. So the next question is the common ore of silver is. Okay, so this type of question is very easy and expected for RINL exams. Okay, so this is the easy question, and in RINL exam you will be given only 60 minutes for 100 questions. So this type of questions they will ask, surely they will ask in exams. Okay, so for this type of questions, please try to eliminate the options by your concepts, through your concepts. Okay, so galena is lead ore, we know that is PVS. Okay, so PVS is sulfide ore of lead. Cuprite is Cu2O, that is oxide ore of copper, and chalcopyrite, C option, is CuFeS2. Okay, CuFeS2 is sulfide ore of copper, and which is used for copper production. Okay, for commercial copper production. And so these three options are wrong. So this is the way how we eliminate the options. Okay, and the D part is argentite, that is Ag2S, that is sulfide ore of silver. Okay, so I will say you that please try to practice these type of questions and try to remember the common ore of few non-ferrous metals, which is important for RNL exam, for GATE exam also. So we have given element introduction playlist for this purpose, and in that element introduction we have introduced every ore and minerals of all the metals, common metals that is used. Okay, so try to remember those things from that element introduction part. Question is, which one of the following metal forming processes is the earring defect associated with? Okay, so they are asking about this earring defect, from which we can associate, from which of the following processes. Okay, so the deep drawing is option, rolling is in option, forging and wire drawing. Okay, so for remembering these defects, this is very important for GATE as well. So I have given one list of these defects of every farming processes on our Instagram page. Okay, so if you want to revision do those things, if you want to revise those things, please go through our Instagram page and find that slides of defects for farming processes, as well as I have given the slide for welding defects also. Okay, so for here we will see this earring defects. Earring defect is basically associated with deep drawing. Okay, so deep drawing is correct, and this is not that much common for all farming process, as other defects, but this is only for deep drawing. Okay, so deep drawing is basically the metalworking process used for shaping a flat sheet. If we have flat sheet, so if we can produce a cup shaped parts. Okay, so we can find this type of parts by this flat sheets. Okay, so this is the deep drawing process, and this earring is the common defect which happens in pairs. Okay, so always earring defect will be of in pairs, like 2, 4, 6, 8. Okay, so this will be always in pair, and this happens because of the anisotropic nature of this sheet metal. Okay, so we will see this in details whenever we will do the metal forming processes in GATE 2021 preparation plan. Okay, so for now we can conclude that this earring defect is basically associated with deep drawing, and that is the cause of this earring defect is anisotropic nature of sheet metal. Okay, so the A part is correct option for this question. Next question is matching type of question. So here is a group A and here is group B. Okay, so this is the matching I have taken from thermodynamics part, and this may be a previous year question also. Okay, so the first group says few things, and group 2 says a few properties, that is extensive property, chemical potential, entropy, and dilute solutions. Okay, so for doing matching parts, matching type of questions, we will do like that. Okay, so Henry's law is basically related to the dilute solution. Okay, so we can match this P by 4. Okay, so disorder is what we can say the entropy. Entropy is basically the measurement of molecular disorder or randomness of the system. So we can match this disorder by entropy. Okay, so this is very simple matching. Activity we can match by chemical potential, because this activity is somehow related to the that depends on the chemical potential, that or you can say this vice versa, that chemical potential depends on the activity of that element. Okay, so R we can match by 2. Okay, and this enthalpy I have told you, the any kind of energy that is if you have to choose whether it is extensive property or intensive property, so that will go to the extensive property. Okay, so this S we can choose 1. So the code we generated, that is 4321. Okay, so we can eliminate our options. So A option is wrong, because here A option is starting from 3 and our option is starting from 4, and B part is maybe right, C part is wrong, D part is wrong. Okay, so B is correct answer, and this is how we generated our code and we eliminated these all options. Okay, so this is very easy question, and we will understand these all things, Henry's law, Raoult's law, in our thermodynamics part. Okay, so that's why I'm not discussing here, and this is very easy question. So B part is correct for this question. The next question is, which one of the following carbon equivalent in steel is considered good for weldability? Okay, so how we can relate this weldability by the carbon percentage, because this carbon percentage is responsible for hardenability, or you can say the hardness of that steel. Okay, so the weldability is basically the inversely proportional, the relation having inversely proportional with carbon percentage. Okay, so if the carbon percentage will be lower, weldability will be good of that steel. Okay, because the hardness is low, so that welding we can penetrate that welding in a good manner, and that will weld in good aspects. Okay, so that for this question, which one of the following carbon equivalent in steel is considered good for weldability, so we can identify from these options that for which option that carbon percentage is very low. Okay, so because this weldability is inversely proportional with this carbon percentage, that is carbon percentage. So one is not right. This may be right, but this is relative options. Okay, so we have to find which option have lowest carbon percentage. So 0.4 is the lowest in this option. So D part is correct for this question. This is the previous year question of GATE exam. So this is also important. Thank you guys for your attention. Hope you have learned something new in this video, and please give us valuable feedback of this video series, so that we will able to add few more parts in this series before RNL exams. Okay, and subscribe our channel and press bell icon to get notifications. Thank you.